Blitz on 2 is sponsored by Holy City Heating and Air, Steen Enterprises, Baker Motor Company, and True to Word.
Oh boy, hey everybody, and welcome once again to the Blitz on 2. Kind of a pink. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. It's
hashtag belt.
There you go. Yeah, it's week 3 of the high school football season. I'm Mark Morgan. Every Friday night at this time, we are your one-stop shopping for all your high school football needs.
Yeah, that is correct, Mark. A little out of breath from all the work we just did the past 30 minutes. Good evening. Glad to have you back, Dan Fanning. Second verse, same as the first. Last year, we featured Lucy Beckham and Hanahan in a game of the week. What do you know? This year, we feature Lucy Beckham and Hanahan in a game of the week. To Wiley Knight Stadium we go. Hawks won last year's contest 10-6. Lucy Beckham takes over on their first drive. Graham Thomas caps it off with a field goal, up and good. Bengals lead 3-0 early. Same score. Minutes later, watch this. Julius Heppensteel over the middle to Landon Gomes. Gomes finds a Holmes in the end zone. His brother right there, number 10, running down the sideline, back to tackle him on the sideline. 7-3 Hawks. Bengals answer first. The Birdman, Charles Bird. A big gain down the left-hand side before he's knocked out of bounds. I guess that's the right in Hanahan territory. That leads to another Thomas field goal. Snap down, kick up. It's good. That made it 7-6. But how about this? Hanahan could only hold on for so long as we go to the board. Lucy Beckham stays undefeated this season. They win our game of the week 35-14. Now back here in Mount Pleasant, Wando with a very stern test tonight against my grandma Mimi's alma mater, Somerville.
I love that. That's right. The Green Wave, considered by many across the state right now, Dan, to be the best 5A team in South Carolina. Warriors and Green Wave going at it on Robert Hayes Field. Wando marching down the field on its first possession. Watch Reggie Grant go into the line, breaks a tackle, uses his speed, rips off a 40-yard run before he's finally knocked out inside the 5. First and goal Warriors. 2 plays later, interesting play here. Watch quarterback Zach Osthoff. High snap, snags it with one hand to Jaheim Weston. Weston does the rest.
Nicely done.
He's in there, that's right. He breaks the plane and scores. PAT no good. Wando quickly on top. 6-0. Somerville goes to work. Jaden Cummings fires across the middle to Yannick Smith. How many times have we seen 3 do that? 12 yards and a first down. Cummings this time with a quick toss to Quintel Pettiford.
Pickle.
Pickle. We can call him, it's easier to say than Pettiford. He makes some moves on the far side. Another Green Wave first down. Then Cummings is going to take the snap and roll out right towards me. He fires to Keyshawn Washington. Dan, I bail early here. I think Keyshawn appreciated me right here, giving him a little room. Another first down. The next play, the handoff to Trey Green. He powers his way in. The PAT was good. 7-6 Green Wave. Really interesting game early. Then it became somewhat uninteresting unless you're a Somerville fan. The final 62-12 Green Wave rolled.
Colleton County taking, AR taking on Colleton County there at New AR's turf. Foxes, yes it is, add to the lead. They're up 7-0, make that 14-0. Derek Sally on the pop pass. Sally around the left side in, makes it 14-0. Speaking of Derek, here he is with a pass from Trevor Kalis. This connection could create some headlines this season. He fights for the first down, but that drive would stall. Then AR puts the D in Ridge. Watches Dylan Polanski, reads the pass like a book, rumbles back 30 yards for the score. AR increases their lead to 21-0, and I have not received word if any photographer was asked to leave tonight's contest. As we go to the board.
Bryant shot that well from in the stands, no tripod.
I would say so. Yeah. How about this? Ashby Ridge stays undefeated as well. They whip Colleton County 54-13.
Now, I don't know what you mean about folks being ejected from games. Anyway, early on, West Ashley and Berkeley. West Ashley known for its D. There's a Stags taking the field. West Ashley comes up with the scoop and score. The ball is on the ground. Andrew Jackson says, "Thank you very much." Where is it? There it is.
Oh, wow.
Nobody touches him. 25 yards to pay dirt for the big guy.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? PAT no good. 6-0. Dan Fanning's alma mater. Later first quarter at 7-6 Stags at this point. Terry Grant, recurring friend of the program, takes the handoff. He smells the end zone. 27 yards later, touchdown. Fighting Christina Lobos. The 2-point try was good. 14-7 West Ashley, but Berkeley comes away a winner tonight. High scoring affair, Dan, 40-31.
Yeah, Wildcats led 31-14 in the fourth. That should read 25-18 Buford over Goose Creek. But watch the ensuing drive by the Gators first. Malik McGowan up the gut, a big gain for the first down. Then 12, not sure if someone changed numbers or that's somebody not on the roster. Either way, watch as he takes it for another first down. Then the drive culminates right here as Malik McGowan rumbles into the end zone. The Gators not things at 25, but it was not meant to be. The Buford Eagles fly back home with a 7-point victory, 32-25 over Goose Creek. And like Wando, Stratford has a monumental task tonight in the Midlands.
That's right, Dan. A stunning start for the defending 5A state champs Dutch Fork. Entering tonight, Silver Foxes 0-3.
Wow.
I know it makes no sense at all. So Dutch Fork looking for that first win of the seasons. The Silver Foxes far from healthy, hosting Stratford. I'm told they're far from healthy. Will Coach Knox prevail? Third quarter action. Dutch Fork up big. That's Dakota Jordan with the sack for the Foxes. A little later, the Knights with a punt, but it goes over the head of the kicker and out of the end zone. That's a safety. Show of things to come here on the Blitz, by the way. In this ensuing kickoff, Maurice Anderson will take it. And you know if we show a kickoff, something big happened. Apparently, he's running right at us here. Anderson dodges some tackles, gets open, and he is gone for the touchdown for the homestanding Silver Foxes. To the board we go. Dutch Fork, first win of the season in impressive fashion, 54-7 over Stratford.
All the Queensmen, James Allen on DI taking on BE. Bishop's down big. Second half, Jacob McCara fires to Zach Rooney for a nice gain, 17 yards and the first down. Then handoff to Lane Connor for some tough yards. But it was all Trojans in this one. Watch this Showtime, Armontre Scott. He plays both offense and defense.
I like the slow-mo.
Armontre steps in, and he is gone. He has reservations for 6. Watch as nobody's in front as Armontre hightails it back the other way, 65 yards, 49-0 JI. And we go to the board. It stays 49-0 Trojans. Rumble on DI this evening.
All right, we're just getting warmed up here on the Blitz Zone 2. We're going to step away for a brief timeout, then we'll continue our look at Week 3.
Can the Iron Horses continue their torrid pace to start the season? Philip Simmons and Timberland, along with plenty more games after this. And welcome back. The Blitz Zone 2 keeps right on rolling. The unbeaten Iron Horses of Philip Simmons on the road tonight.
That's right. This is one of the best teams in the Lowcountry. Iron Horses of Eric Bendig on the road at Timberland. Here we go. We got smoke at Timberland. Players are fired up. Here we go. Timberland back to punt early on. Punt goes over the head of the safety there. Of the punter. So that is a safety. My bad. I wasn't a math guy. Philip Simmons up 2-0. Horses add to the lead. Tavion Orellana to Brody Tonin. He's finally brought down, but in the end zone, a little too late there for Timberland. 9-0 with the PAT, Philip Simmons. Back come the Wolves. Kylan Brown, the screen pass right here to Montez Addison. Big gain for Addison before he is finally brought down in Iron Horses territory. Bowling guys over. That leads to this Damari Middleton 2-yard run to make it a 9-7 game. We go to the board. Philip Simmons, this team every week out seems to play pretty good D, and every week out seems to score as well. Evidence tonight, 37-13 the final.
And after their big win last week at CF, Riverboat Gambler Chad Wilkes and OCA taking on Marlboro County. Friend of the program, Edward Reidenbach, QB keeper, a big gain down inside the Marlboro 40. Then a few plays later, number 1 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Edward takes it in all by his lonesome, then kind of disappears. Edward, come back. We need you for the rest of the game.
Man, you shot this well.
I tell you what, if these highlights don't get much interaction on X later tonight, I will quote tweet myself tomorrow.
Because that's been done in the Lowcountry.
No comment. Nate Strum, the OCA defense clamps down, nice tackle for loss. Then Oceanside possession. He can pass Reidenbach over the middle to Gavin Gaspar. Gavin walks in to make it 27-zip. As we go to the board, OCA pitches a shutout tonight at Johnson Haygood Stadium. Land Sharks 34, Bulldogs nothing.
More action now. North Charleston hosting Stall. The Cougars taking the field at District 4 Stadium, and here we go. This was a low-scoring game. Yards hard to come by. Stall with it. The toss to Alexis Olmos. He's brought down after a 7-yard gain. A lot of hard tackling, a lot of tough yards in this one. More tough yards. Amarian Brown of the Warriors right here takes the pitch, and he's brought down after only about 4 yards. Tough tackle right there. Next up, Jaden Sparks of the Cougars comes up, makes a nice defensive play right there. Number 10 making the big hit. And then a few plays later, Stall punting, snap goes over the punter's head, out of the end zone.
A lot of that this evening.
Yeah, not sure you can kick it like that, but still, 2-0 Cougars. But Stall will go on to win this game, the Warriors' second win of the season. North Charleston struggles offensively, only puts up 4, 20-4. Warriors is your final.
And we go to a score tonight, HKT, the 3 people that came down to the Lowcountry, too much for Military Magnet, as the Eagles fall 56-0.
Other scores, Carvers Bay over Georgetown. Carvers Bay with a road win, 32-20. Let's check out some SCISA action, shall we? A pair of first-year head coaches squaring off.
Yeah, that is right. Pinewood Prep lost last week in heartbreaking fashion, going over to First Baptist tonight. Hurricanes taking the field amid smoke, fireworks. Hopefully no one was hurt. Mark said it looked like a concert scene. Pinewood led 7-0 then. The ensuing kickoff field by Malik Gibbs on his own 3, and he somehow finds a seam, and it is good night, Irene. 97 yards for the score. What a return. PAT good. We're tied at 7. Then Panthers, they march down the field. Another big play in a game full of big plays. Will Watson on the QB keeper for Pinewood, and how about this? No one brings him down. He rumbles down the sideline, and he has reservations for 6 as well. 70-yard score. Watson makes it 14-7. Then Pinewood with another big play. Watson,
another one?
I would say so. They put up, well, you'll find out shortly.
I see.
He goes deep to Terrence Stallworth. He gathers it in over the middle, makes his man miss, and he has 6. Pinewood goes up by 21-7. They scored, get this, 42 points in just the first quarter. That is not a typo. Pinewood, they go to JI tonight. They beat First Baptist 77-27.
All right, don't have any score right now for this SCISA showdown between Thomas Hayward and St. John's Christian.
Now, anyway, Spartanburg Christian leading Palmetto Christian 22-0 at the half. Third quarter Eagles with it. Hayden Burris finds Peyton Shaw for a nice pitch and catch. Nifty grab by Shaw, a gain of 12. Then Burris looking for an open man, can't find one, takes it in himself, breaks a few tackles, drags several defenders. Mark made the Iris up there at Park West.
I did. I was gained up as far as I could go.
We'll talk about this in the break. Anyway, PCA turns it over. Ball pops loose. Spartanburg Christian there to recover. The shooting, though, is solid.
It's okay.
And then the Warriors capitalize. Noah Kaffel.
This isn't bad.
Yeah. I'll hold
See? That's not bad.
I'll hold a class next week for all the photographers.
All right,
he gets to the line, goes for 30 yards for the score. The try for 2 was good. 30-0 Spartanburg Christian. PCA would find the scoreboard as a basketball game breaks out over in Park West tonight. But Spartanburg Christian, too much for the Eagles, 79-40.
Another brief time out here on the Blitz. We'll let the sponsors do their thing.
That is right. When we come back, some more scores. Also, our play of the night. Stay tuned for what that is.
And with that, we welcome you back to the Blitz on 2 for week 3 of the high school football season. Mark Morgan, as always, alongside Dan Fanning. A few scores around the Lowcountry to check out. Hannah Pamplico beat Andrew. Actually, I think that score's reversed. I think Andrews is a winner in this one, correct? I think?
Correct.
Correct. Andrews won that game. My bad. We should flip that score. Andrews wins it 52-22. Cross goes on the road, a huge win, 54-6 over Scotts Branch.
And a score from last night, May River big over Battery Creek, 44-12. And it appears that another score that was incorrect, our bad. Woodland, They win 42-18. The News 2 Sports Karma rubs off for the Wolverines.
All right, a few other scores of note. I think that's another reverse score right there. Calhoun County beat Burke 49-0, and I think Johnsonville over Waccamaw 37-14. Johnsonville a winner in that one, so it seems to be somewhat of a News 2 Sports jinx tonight, I think.
I would say so. Porter-Gaul, I don't know if we'll go to this score. Porter-Gaul won 56-7, a big night again for J.J. Flood in the Midlands, and we are waiting for a Williamsburg Kings Academy score. And we go back to Berkeley for our play of the night. West Ashley known for their defense. Watch this, a scoop and score. Ball on the ground. The president, Andrew Jackson, says thank you very much. 25 yards in. West Ashley again playing some D, but Berkeley would come back on the evening. Nonetheless, a big play tonight for the Wildcats.
All right, that kind of puts a bow to a certain extent on week 3 of the high school football season here on the Blitz on 2, but a lot of takeaways, right? I think Somerville, I was at that game early on, kind of a slow start. It was very impressive that Wando went all the way down the field, but then Somerville took control. Again, that looks like the best team in the Lowcountry, if not the best 5A team in the state, right? Yeah,
and speaking of Somerville, how about Pinewood Prep? 0 for this season, but Devontae Holloman, again, my favorite South Point alum here in the Lowcountry, they go on the road. Again, I was at, I think, Oceanside. I got the score. It was 42-15 out of the first quarter. I think I, quote, posted mercy. But big win tonight for Pinewood. Don't forget, College Slate, week 2 tomorrow. I'm going down to Johnson-Haygood. Citadel has Campbell. South Carolina has Furman. CSU, with the world against them, goes up to Clemson.
That's right. 2 former Alabama guys, Gabe Gardenia and Dabo Sweetie. So for Dan Fanning, I'm Mark Morgan. As always, thanks for joining us right here every Friday night on the Blitz on 2.
That is right. Tune in for week 4 next week. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.